as you said, setup wise, you can see the difference in those two there quite quickly, okay? Before, in your mind, you said the longer your lever was or the further you were from the golf ball, the more power you had. But in reality, if we think about it logically, if your arms are hanging down from the shoulders, you've got much more strength and much more control. And what you'll find when your hands are in this position, the club will a lot more easily sit across the fingers. You've got control of that club and you can hit the wrist. If you're up here now with your hands, the club is going to sit under your palm of your lifeline. Now you've got less control with the club itself. So you've got less power for one, you've got less ability to control that club face for two, and then you put the ball further forward in your stance to try and hit the golf ball later to try and almost start it somewhere in that direction. Well, yes, what it did was hit the golf ball with a path going left, but dependent on what your club face was doing, either the ball did this, or it may just go that way, or it may go to target. But you were kind of risking all the different things. And again, the ones that would end up on target were still starting a bit to the left. If there's sort of trees down the left-hand side, you're in them straight away. They say 10 on the map and 30 on the map there, those trees quite close to the tee. So just trying to fit a little bit more arms hanging down, shorten that gap between basically your hands and your legs. As a
Can
good,
that even be shorter, you see?
I would say with the drive that you're perfect there.
Okay.
Any closer, you're going to feel so on top of the golf, I think, because you've got big arms and big chest anyway. To have your arms that close, you've got no space. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think for me, the proof's in the pudding. You can hit the golf ball easily from there. You don't need to get any closer.
No.
Okay. I think where you are set there, okay, you've got plenty of space there for your arms to swing, but you're not on top of the ball feeling too cramped. But you've got the full sort of momentum and control with your hands and arms. You can therefore bring the golf club back to the golf ball. So when you're swinging the club back in now, no increase in length of back, which is fine. That length of back is absolutely fine. Yeah. Part of that reason why you don't go back so far is because the size of your shoulder and your chest. Yeah. You can't get the left arm across your chest easily because it's too big a muscle. And that's the problem. People then try to get the club to this so-called mythical horizontal position at the top here somewhere, and if they can't physically get there because of either range of motion or flexibility or whatever, injury or something, they'll try and cheat it by over-hinging the wrist, bending arms, leaning and tilting. Go back to where you physically can. As long as you turn your shoulders 90 degrees, which you do from face on, you'll see that, okay? And you hinge your wrist 90, it's just how far your left arm can go across your chest. If you've got a big chest and big shoulders, you can't get there. If you get to there. So if you only get to there, that's as far as your backswing is going to be. If you can get further, you can go further. But if you can't get there, don't try and get to a position that you're physically not going to be able to get there. And you're not losing power.
No.
Because you're strong. So you've got the speed there.
But I've always wondered how I didn't hit it as far as some other people.
Yeah, I mean, a friend of mine... Exactly. A friend... Well, yeah, that's definitely going to count. I mean, a friend of mine gave a lesson years and years ago to a guy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was obviously just ridiculously massive, okay? So he had such big muscles, he couldn't get a 7-iron swing from above his hips, but he would hit a 7-iron about 150, which relative to his muscle mass and strength was really short. But because he couldn't swing so far, because he was so bulked up, he couldn't get the club head speed relative to the strength he had. So yeah, it's about how far, again, if you stretch for the golf ball, you're probably losing every, I don't know, equation you can work, every sort of inch further from the ball you are, you're probably losing a percentage of distance quite quickly. Like how further you are there, again, think of it logically. If I said you hold a 10 kilogram weight, it'd get very heavy out there, hold it there, you go all day, actually. So you're able to create more power. So when the club comes back to the golf ball, your arms now can come underneath the shoulders nicely there. You can maximise your power. If we look at this one here now, you're at the golf ball now, your arms sort of stretching out there. Same pretty good strike, but you're reaching out for that golf ball. More stretch to reach the golf ball, whereas this one your arms bump under the shoulders there.
I feel like I'm using this pace myself there rather than...
You can exactly, and you can create more club head speed and switch because you've got more control of your hands and arms. So your arms are going down, the club's going out rather than sort of straight line there with the club reaching out there. Yeah, exactly. So you're still maximising your width in the swing, just a lot more control to the golf ball. But what you feel is really close is probably coming about...
Feet feel they're still a little bit...
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Not too bad.
No, it just feels that different.
Exactly. But you see how much you're coming closer from the back end of the mat there where you are. You've moved in, I don't know, 5 inches or so, 4 or 5 inches. It's not massively changed, but it does feel to you a big change. Okay, but that's...
A little bit like that, don't you, to start?
Of course, exactly. I mean, the first couple were a bit like, oh, where's that going? That's the thing with lessons in some ways. If you self-diagnose, if the first shot's not perfect, you'll do something else.
Yeah, you will.
You're almost going to hit 4 or 5 shots just to think, okay, let's give it a go and try this change, because change is going to take a bit of getting used to anyway. Your brain's kind of used to your arms hitting the ball over there. Your eyes are now telling the ball's here. You've got to think, okay, well, where the hell's the ball? Give it 4 or 5 swings. First couple weren't great, then you sort of found a bit of the rhythm there. You found where the golf ball was. You started the golf ball now clearing 200 yards easily and a more direct hit to target. So the ball's kind of going more that way as opposed to sort of doing that or just weakening out to the right there, okay? I don't mind fade to draw, as I said, as long as it's sort of a marginal amount. 5-10 yards either way is absolutely fine. It's when it starts going to 20 plus and then it's curving a lot, you're losing distance as well. So So, okay, so slightly closer. Don't do it too much too soon, and at the same time, probably what we work with in a sort of month's time, we'll check back you haven't gone too close.
Yeah.
Because what people do is they start too far from the ball, they'll move closer and hit the good shots, and then move closer again, hit some good shots, and then hit a few more bad shots, move closer, and they get to the point, I'm so close to the ball, I can't move anywhere. Yeah. It's understanding the feeling of being too close, too far. The best checkpoint really for you is when you're here, just let your arms sort of hang from the shoulders, and actually let go, let the arms swing, and the arms should swing pretty much back to the club or somewhere around there. If it's coming back in too close, obviously they're reaching for the golf ball. If you're out there too far, it's the other way around, okay? But yeah, just to be aware of that, because you could always go too far the other way and ultimately get too close to the golf ball. You've got no room for your arms to swing at all. So, okay, make sense?
Yeah, brilliant.
Good man.